Hi, my name is David Reese. I'm a director of DevOps for PipelineRx, and I'm responsible for the cloud architecture and infrastructure for the pipeline business and development operations in the cloud. And we aim to provide pharmacy services for clinical decisions within the healthcare industry for other hospitals and other healthcare organizations. We decided to move to the cloud in order to embrace the scale and the availability of the cloud and have secure data management without actually having to own the data centers and the processing around that. So our SOC 2 compliance comes from the cloud, and the network that we have is around the world, basically. Being a proponent of Amazon Web Services, our cloud provider, 2 years ago, we decided to shift and build what's called a transit gateway. After 2 years or a year and a half, we started to realize some of the shortcomings of the transit gateway and how it was affecting our business. So as part of Pipeline's critical business is having to set up VPNs to securely transmit patient healthcare data. And with our solution that we had put in place, which was with the transit and the Cisco routers, we started to run into BGP limits. The second thing we ran into was overlapping IPs. Since we have over 150 customers that have their networks connected over VPNs with our business, we ran into a problem where overlapping IPs within those locations caused us work to provide NAT solutions that were not scalable, becoming horrendously unmanageable. And Aviatrix was providing us two things. One is the ability to overcome technically BGP routes and IP route conflicting, and additionally provide us with an automated way and capability of building VPN connections. And Aviatrix with their platform has allowed us to achieve two things with one application or one software product, and that is to have a simple, scalable, centralized management of all our VPNs and all of our data. And the interface is simple enough where it's no longer like a hardware device or one of these, this Palo Alto or a Juniper. It's a software application that runs in the cloud as software, and the manageability, supportability, and what we're starting to see is the automatability. As a DevOps team that has been responsible for producing and creating the cloud infrastructure and networks, we started to find issues where we were going to get locked into either an appliance or a skill set. Being a DevOps team, we're looking for the leanest infrastructure of people to manage the most highly complicated infrastructures out there. So we just need that to be simple. We need to get away from device engineers. At the end of the day, Pipeline, since we've created on DevOps the infrastructure, we will be allowing the network engineers that used to be appliance engineers a forum and a vehicle to easily manage the operations of the network in the cloud, at the cloud scale, and be effective in their careers as they move from an on-prem device technology into the cloud, and start putting programmers on that to build software out to deliver our services more automatically, more quickly. And these are things that basically to Pipeline allows us a higher speed of customer onboarding, which is critical in our business, given that, it's something that's sometimes science to do, and we're turning it into just an operational thing that's easy to do without having network engineering. This, again, for Pipeline will create a lower total cost of ownership because the DevOps team can actually own the cloud network, the cloud infrastructure, and the onboarding of those customers, not a network engineer. And it gives us competitive advantage by having faster speed to market, faster, lower total cost of ownerships. And yeah, that's what it has done for us so far. Recently, PipelineRx was acquired by a company called CarePath. And CarePath's goal is to provide end-to-end comprehensive pharmacy solutions to drive better clinical and decisions and financial outcomes. In this acquisition, we now have many companies that are in multiple clouds. That includes Azure and AWS and multiple accounts in AWS. The company wants to make sure that we have the ability to interoperate those things to provide those solutions. Aviatrix provides us the solution to interoperate those businesses with a high degree of security such that the business units can continue operations within their clouds, And we no longer have to have connection here, connection there. We have a global cloud connection using Aviatrix platform where we centrally can manage, control, and filter on things securely. And this is critical because in all of this data, it's patient healthcare, it's absolutely security. And we want a cloud infrastructure network, and Aviatrix provides a multi-cloud infrastructure that gives us that capability. Things that used to take days are getting done in hours. And it's a tribute to the software that's running in Aviatrix and the support services. When we run into an issue, we get an answer really quickly if there's a problem. Uh, the other thing is the controller gives us the information going on, no longer in network ease. It gives us a nice summarized data of where problems can occur. And certainly we had a recent solution that had a problem. We saw a network issue on a setting in the configuration. We were able to manage that in the system. And what might have taken a long time and calls with the remote customer to figure out was done in minutes and figured out. And that those VPNs have now come up and they stay up and they keep running. The code that runs to deliver the service has to have that work, or nothing will work in this business. And the Aviatrix operational dashboards and has just given us a visualization that we've dreamed of, and it's there, it's real. So through this journey, we found that where we started with Aviatrix was a single solution for our VPN creation. We wanted a templatized way to create VPNs simply. We needed to NAT those implementations, and we needed to do them quickly and effectively. As we embraced Aviatrix, we found that the multi-cloud features of it really started to give us capabilities to reach into other facets of our business. And as our business has grown, now those problems that sit there day by day are going away because we can interconnect multi-clouds. And I would recommend anyone trying to have many VPNs and or internet connected clouds to look at Aviatrix as a solution to solving a complex problem with a high degree of engineering and secure precision.